Welcome to Inside the Summit League. Basketball starting to push its way into the picture now, and we'll take a look at the women's preseason poll, but there is still plenty of fall sports seasons to dissect as the regular season start to come to a close in the Summit League. And in soccer, the Oakland men were unbeaten in the league going into their match at Fort Wayne. We'll see how that one came out. The South Dakota State women had to have a win against Kansas City if the Jacks have any hopes of making the postseason tournament in women's soccer. And Fort Wayne, IUPUI, and Kansas City all making a run at the regular season title in volleyball. There were some big head-to-head matchups over the weekend, and among those was Fort Wayne at home against Kansas City. Now, Fort Wayne senior Tessa McGill is putting together a standout season. She leads the Dons in digs right now. Last week, she became just the second player ever at Fort Wayne to go over 2,000 digs in her career. She is currently fifth in the Summit League right now in career digs. And here is more from Fort Wayne with Miss McGill.
IPFW senior Tessa McGill is having a record-breaking year, fourth in the nation in digs per set, and recently breaking the 2,000 career dig mark, the second player in Mastodon history to accomplish that feat.
It's a good feeling. It just makes me feel like all my hard work has paid off, so it just makes me feel really good.
We're really proud of her, and that is a milestone. I'm always particularly proud, and when they get presented with like a ball or a memento and recognize them at the match, I think back to the player we recruited, the 16 or 17-year-old girl we met, and usually by the time they accomplish a plateau like this, they're a senior, a 21-year-old woman. So it's sentimental.
Along that journey, not only has McGill reached milestones, but she's become a fantastic team leader as well. But that's not even all she brings to the court.
I think the most important thing that she brings is her determination, and that she sets a good example by just competing every day, both in practice and when it's on the line on match night.
I'm very competitive. I don't like to lose. You can ask anyone that plays with me. So yeah, I just do everything I can not to lose.
Have you always been like that growing up?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, I have an older sister. She's 7 years older than me, but I grew up in the gym because of her. I was her ball girl for volleyball. I was there for basketball. My mom said I was on the softball field when I was 2 days old watching her. So just having her to look up to and push me and make me want to be better has always been a good thing for me.
What makes her so good at her position?
Well, she has the right attitude. She's fearless. She's fearless. She's a competitor. I can just remember against Michigan State, they had some big girls with big arms, and she's getting right into the middle of the court, like a guy behind a small block that we had at the time, and ready to take it in the face if she had to. And that's what you need in that role. Someone who's just going to go for everything, and she has many times brought life to a ball that you think, oh, maybe if that was somebody else in that position, it would be dead. And then we win the rally, and nothing motivates your team or your teammates than a big play like that.
It's just always been my favorite part of the game, even from when I was young. I'll never forget when I was a ball girl for my sister when I was 8 years old, and just having her coaches hit it at me as hard as I can, and it's just it's fun to get hit at. I don't know, I just like making the big digs that no one thinks that you're gonna get up, and it's just fun. Not many people think it is, but I like it.
There is Tessa McGill. McGill and Fort Wayne hosting Kansas City on Friday. Again, Fort Wayne, the league leader at 7-2. Kansas City right behind them at 7-3. And Haley Emmenheiser with the kill right there. She had 12 over them. She hit 5-24 in the match. Mastodons win the first set 25-23. Second set, Haley Ripley with a hammer right here, but defended. And the Kangaroos keep it alive. Megan Steenheisen, though, with one of her 37 assists right there. Emily Spencer with one of her 10 kills, and the Mastodons would win set 2, 25-11. Third set, they finish it off. Fort Wayne with some great defense. Spencer and Manwaring with the block. Fort Wayne wins it 3-0 against Kansas City. Now, the Dons were 2-0 over the weekend because they beat South Dakota on Saturday night. Second set, Fort Wayne already up a set. Megan Steenheisen sets up Ripley for the clinching kill there, and the Mastodons win the second set 25-23. South Dakota, though, would come back and answer with a couple of wins in sets 3 and 4. They win the third. Tori Cole will feed Sydney Dimke here for the kill. That evens the match at 2 sets apiece, and they go to the fifth. In the fifth, the Mastodons take control. Kendall Winka sends it, and the Mastodons move to 9-2 in the Summit League. They get a 5-set victory here over South Dakota. Now, IUPUI was right behind Fort Wayne at 7-3 to start the weekend. Jags at home against North Dakota State on Friday, and Bethany Fogler will get a kill here for IUPUI. Mariah Fair added 19 kills for the Jags. Caitlin Hickey had 26 digs, and the Jags will win this one in 4, 25-19, 25-19, 23-25, and 25-21. So IUPUI beats North Dakota State for the second time this season. And the Jags kept it rolling on Saturday night against South Dakota State. Kelsey Hofer with a kill for IUPUI. And this one would just go 3 sets as well. Mariah Fair had 10 kills. Bethany Fogler will get another one here at the end. The Jackrabbits didn't hit it well, just 140 as a team in the match, and the Jags get the sweep 3-0 over South Dakota State. Well, back on Friday night, it went a little better for South Dakota State in this one. The Jacks against Western Illinois, they had a couple of kids hit career milestones in this one. Kelly Herman went over 1,000 digs for the Jackrabbits. Caitlin Klingman went over 1,000 kills, but Jordan Jackson with the kill there. The match would go 4 sets, and South Dakota State here keeping it close with a block by Klingman. Jacks win the second and the third, and the fourth goes extra and then some. The Jacks end up pulling it out in the fourth, 35-33. Kelly Fagan with a block here for the win, so the Jacks get a split over the weekend and keeps them right in the middle of the league standings. Now, Oakland trying to stay in the top half of the league. Lost to USD on Friday. They did come back here and get a win over Kansas City on Saturday. Bethany Holbrook, one of her 13 kills, and the Golden Grizzlies win this one in straight sets, 25-21, 25-19, and 27-25. So Oakland gets a split. And let's take a look at the league standings. You play 16 league matches. Here's how they stand 2/3 of the way through. Fort Wayne maintaining that half-match lead on IUPUI. Those two do still have to play each other. They'll do it on November 10th. A 3-way tie right now for 4th with South Dakota State, Oakland, and North Dakota State. Kansas City will have just one match this weekend. They'll be at home against South Dakota on Friday. Other matches this coming weekend, IUPUI will play at home against Omaha on Friday, and Fort Wayne has to go on the road. They play at North Dakota State and at South Dakota State this weekend. Women's soccer coming up next when we return on Inside the Summit League.